Hi guys, how are
Hi,
you?
Rachel.
Hi.
Hey, so to start, I love that this show. First of all, Mark, I was like, that looks really cool at one point because it's all snowy and you have like sunglasses on and you're walking in a suit. I was like, this is the coolest Mark Strong has ever looked, and he looks cool in a lot of things. And you play a guy who, for the most part, in the first two episodes, is kind of just like this aloof figure that we don't get to see that much of. How much fun is it to play into those moments where we get to see, as I said, how cool he looks just walking
Oh,
around?
it's
Mhm.
great. It's great. I mean, what a look. I mean, to arrive by helicopter in the snow, still wearing sunglasses. I had the slipperiest shoes on than you can imagine, so I had to walk very carefully. Um, but yeah, no, I was saying earlier, I think I've probably hit the age where I'm playing those kind of guys now, the billionaire, the emperor, the guy that knows everything,
You
pulling the strings. Yeah, yeah. I think that's what happens as get further down the line. So it was great. And I have to say the costumes I was given and the look that I had because I was wealthy meant that I was wearing really fabulous stuff. So I lucked out.
Well, yeah, and Maisie, on the flip of that, obviously, a look really kind of applies and like makes us know who this character is and helps you guys as actors. But when you're in a show that has so many moving parts, what for you is like the most helpful thing that you got to learn about your character right out the gate so that you could just jump into
Mm.
season two and understand who this was?
I think the fact that music is her whole world. So I use music as my access. So I would create playlists for her in different emotional states that she was in, different scenes that have different kinds of playlists. And just listening to those would really help me kind of get in the mood and get in the moment. And then you go in with that energy. I just have my little earpods in, right before listening. Sometimes it'd be really loud, angry, like, metal music. And sometimes it's, classical music, which is what is her heart and soul. So music, costume helps as well. Costume really helps. You put that on. And so there's some clothes that I kept and I can't actually wear because when I put them on, I can still feel too wolfy coming in. So I'm still bonding a relationship with them.
Well, you accidentally teed me up for something I wanted to bring up later, so I'll just bring it up now. Mark, I can't believe you made me cry to a John Denver song because I'm a big Kingsman fan, and I
Oh.
still think about Merlin dying and singing Country Roads. But I wanted to ask you guys, do you guys have specific songs that you relate to characters and think about when you hear that song? Do you think about the character? Do you seek out a song for your role when you get a new one?
Well, that song you mentioned, and obviously that character, they're so inextricably linked. But like Maisie, I suppose music is a very quick route to feeling a particular thing that can often help you in a scene with a character. So I try and do the same. If I find something that's going to help me, yeah, absolutely.
And for my last quick thing, I want to ask because it's my favorite thing, and it happened in episode two. I love that they are basically like the people in charge of this retreat are basically tormenting the guests because they're like, go forage for the food. Okay, well, now you have to cook the food. And everyone's like, there's chefs. They're like, yep, nope, it's your, but you have to do it. When you guys are on the receiving end of the torture as actors playing these characters, is it fun for you to know that those characters are miserable because they're being tortured? Or do you kind of
So
want to be
fun.
doing the torture?
No, it's so fun, I think, because you see that's when people do all of the amazing like impromptu performances as well, because every character reacts so differently when put under stress. And so a lot of the time, actually, I'm trying not to laugh because someone will just do something hilarious and they're like, no, 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 I'm actually really angry here. So it's a lot of just playing. And there's so many of us that you get this chance to really just watch, for some times, and learn and see how different emotions would trigger your character in different ways from different people.
And there
Well,
was there was fun. There were really fun moments, like the bit where we all had to sort of. There was a sort of remit, right? You're all on drugs. Go crazy. We're just going to play some music. Go crazy. Do anything. And
So
that
fun.
that was that could have been very torturous if we didn't all get on so well. Yeah.
well, it comes across great. I love the show. And thank you guys so
Oh,
much for
thank
talking
you.
with me today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Guys, have a great
Thanks,
one.
Rachel.